And now for the CJ's Community Service Award, I'd like to welcome Mr. Jim Rizzuto back to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. Before I begin with the Community Service Award, I've been implored by my chairpersons, Lindy and R.J. Nelson, to do a brief advertisement out to you to get us names for people who you might like us to consider. The way the process works is people bring to us the names of people. They're either submitted to past recipients, and you've got a list of those names. I'd encourage you, send it to the ones that are still alive. They'll probably be a little more responsive. And or you can submit it to the Chamber of Commerce board. Ask you to do that by October 1st, and that the committee meets and the past recipients make a decision in November, and then of course it's presented here in January. So think of people, there are a lot of people we all know who are very deserving. Tonight, I've got to say, it's a true honor for me to present tonight's recipient. Normally it takes a while to determine who that person is, but tonight, because of everything this person has done, it will become apparent in short order. This person has been unique in that he has touched all of us through service. Notice I use the pronoun he. Has been touched all of us through service to the community or through business endeavors, in which place that person in many of our houses when we were in the midst of a crisis. Does everyone know who it is? Tonight's recipient checks all of the boxes that go along with characteristics of a Community Service Award recipient. Selfless, donating time to help others, values work, humble, generous, compassionate, shows active kindness, good judgment, dedicated, and service to family and community. First, let's learn a little bit about this person and their journey to tonight's recognition. This person was born in southeast Colorado in a town called Eads. Person lived in Eads as well as Lamar during early childhood. And then his family moved to La Junta, where they became involved in a family business. This person attended and graduated from La Junta High School and met the love of his life. I believe his spouse was a freshman at that time. This person was involved in high school athletics, and in turn, he excelled in baseball and probably was one of the most talented baseball players ever to come out of La Junta. He played left field and was a left-handed pitcher with what I understand was a mean knuckleball. I have no idea what a knuckleball was because they could throw a fastball, curve, whatever, I'd strike out, so it didn't matter. I didn't pay attention. Anyway, he played those positions. His dream, and after you know the name of this person, you know it's kind of a family thing. His dream was to receive a scholarship, go to college, continue his baseball career, and eventually get the opportunity to play professional baseball. He went on to college in pursuit of that dream, with all the passion and commitment that was and is part of his character. Unfortunately, his dream changed, and that life threw a curveball at him when he learned that his father's health was failing and that it was important to the family that he return home to help run the business. His brothers at that point in time, one was going to college in Dallas, if I remember correctly, and his younger brother was just a little kid. He didn't bemoan this turn of events, but seized the opportunity to help his family and began a new adventure in life. He returned home, married his wife, of which is now, I believe, 43 or 42 years. I was never good at math. He raised the family, became involved in running and growing the family business, along with his brothers and other family members. He in turn found time to become involved in the community. Since returning in 1978, he has never looked back or regretted his fortune. He became involved in his kids' activities, donated time to coaching, helping young athletes in La Junta. He spent hours on and off the field teaching baseball, basketball, and football to area youth. He always made time for children by shooting hoops with them in the neighborhood. His wife related a time when they were sitting at the table, and I don't know if he had been at work all day long, but all of a sudden there was a knock or a ring at the door. She answered it, and it was a young boy from across the street. And he said, "Can Sean's dad come out and shoot hoops for me?" What he did was immediately got up from the dinner table, excusing himself, and went out and shot an hour's worth of hoops with that young man. His generosity and compassion have shown through the years. He's the type he goes out of his way on a daily basis to make someone else's life a little better. Sometimes he'll just say, "Hello, how are you doing?" He has other acts of kindness. Maybe he stops to talk, gives someone a hug, helps someone in need by buying them gas when they don't have money. I'll remember that over the next few days, and then I need to go. He's also been known to give a needy person money when they needed it. Buying someone a meal, bringing donuts to people, changing a tire or helping someone alongside the road, or singing happy birthday to them just to make them feel happy. He begins his day, I understand it, with a song. He sings. I used to try that. I thought it was Dean Martin that did it. I'd like to hear him sing, but I understand his children were always awakened in the morning by a song by their dad. His list of community activities are extensive, and I'm going to read some of them to you so you get a sense of what this person has done. Won the Ronald Buck Memorial Athletic Award in 1976. He was part of the La Junta Chamber of Commerce Mavericks for 6 years. He was on the board of directors for the La Junta Chamber of Commerce 4 years. Received the Sam Walton Business Leader Award in 1998, money donated by Walmart, and in turn donated to the La Junta Chamber of Commerce for their activities. He served on the Military Affairs Committee for 6 years, 1994 to 2000, and received the Employer of the Year Award given by the National Guard for allowing his employees to take time off to serve their country. Served on the La Junta School Board 8 years, 3 years as president. BOCES board, 8 years. CHASA, he served on that board, Colorado High School Activities Association, the baseball committee for 4 years. YBC for 12 years. United Methodist Church Facilities Board for 10 years. Lahana Wake Up Breakfast Sunshine Award was given to both he and his wife in 1997. He served on that committee for 13 years. Maybe that's why he got the award. That's not that idea. I'm sure that's not the case. He was on the committee to rebuild Lahanta Middle School, and 1 year was co-chairman with his wife in 1996. He was on the Lahana School Foundation. He was on the committee to build Lahana High School football stadium. Youth baseball coach, 30 years. Youth basketball coach, 15 years. Youth football coach, 10 years. Special Olympics basketball coach, 2 years. State champs, 1990. On the Otero College, aka OJC, Perkins Planning Committee, 2011 to present. He was also on the OJC, Otero College, CDS Advisory Board from 2011 to 2021. Committee to build the new Lahana Nursing Home. Inspiration Field Board of Directors. Committee to build Justice Center, jail for Otero County. Took time out to bring a lot of smiles to children. He was Santa Claus at the Lahana Primary School, 2019-2022. I said one of the main characteristics of someone who receives this award is good judgment. This next thing he pursued, I'm not sure it showed good judgment. He ran for Otero County Commissioner and was elected in District 1, and we're all glad for that. And he was in the Picket Wire Community Co-Mass Singer winner in July 2021. So you can see he's spent some time working and helping the community. He has left his footprint on our community. He has cast a long shadow and has made the community a better place. Always positive and willing to help, a person who has dedicated himself to family, his business, the United Methodist Church, and his community. He may not have gotten the chance to pursue his dream of being the best left-handed knuckleball pitcher in the major leagues. However, he's achieved a far better dream. He married Colleen, who is his strongest advocate. Raised and shared time and love with his family, their families, with his brothers and family, built a successful business. As important through his community service, he has allowed and ensured that many in our community have been able to achieve their dreams. From a community that is ever thankful for everything he has done to enable people in a community to dream and make those dreams come true. Help me congratulate and welcome Mr. Rob Oquist.
So very much. What a special honor. I have to tell you a little story. When I was 4, we lived in Lamar. I was born in Eads, but we lived in Lamar. And my mom loved Lamar. She said, I'm never leaving. I'm never leaving. And my dad, he was a plumber, and they came to Junta to build the courthouse, do the plumbing work. And some of the city dads, Harold Klein, they came to my dad and said, you know, we really need a plumber in Lahaina. Would you be interested in coming to Lahaina and opening a business? And my dad said, well, let me talk to the family. And he went back to Lamar, and he told my mom, said, well, they want us to open a business in Lahaina. She said, no way. She said, I am not leaving Lamar. I love it here. So Dad went to work and told him, well, I don't know. I'll see what I can do. So one Saturday, he comes in. He has these tickets. He says, Ethel, I want you to take the boys, and I want you to ride on the train from Lamar to Lahaina, and I'm going to come pick you up. I want the boys to have an experience riding the train. We were two little boys, and we didn't have anything. So we were so excited. We rode the train from Lamar to Lahaina. We get off the train, and Dad's standing there, and he says, well, welcome home. He had packed up most all of our stuff. And I can tell you, I have never regretted it. I love you all so much. And this means so much to me. Thank you very much.